Sure.
Welcome, everybody. We are starting round 2 of USA Qualifiers. This is Group 1 playing tonight, the first of 8 groups that will decide the final 24 players in the United States Qualifiers for the Risk World Cup 2023. We've got an awesome group of players tonight. The top 3 make it through after these 3 games. The bottom 3 are out, and we are starting in Greece with 70% and progressive cards and blizzards on, as you can see. We've got Plasma Field in here to help break down some of the action, and Plasma's breaking down some of the players as we start here.
Yep, I'll commentate in just a second.
Yeah, so here's the bonuses. This is how Greece shapes up. A lot of bonuses. We expect bonuses to be taken. The blizzards here at the bottom are going to create an interesting setup for bonuses. And again, we're in 70% there, as you can see, progressive cards. And we will see how the aggressiveness goes here early. So again, the World Cup format, for those that aren't familiar, you get 5 points for your first bounty, 3 for your second bounty, 1 for each additional bounty. The only placement points you can get is 10 points for the win. There are no other placement points. If you come in second and get 0 bounties, you get 0 points for that game. We're going to play 3 consecutive games on different settings. The 3 players with the most points after will advance on to the quarterfinals of USA qualifiers for the World Cup. So playing tonight, we've got Quarantine playing as black, Pearlyburn playing as red, Bradomite playing as yellow, the Black Rain playing as orange. Do I have those wrong? The Black Rain's playing as black now.
I think Quarantined was purple, right?
Quarantine's purple. Okay, let me change those real quick. The Black Rain black, Quarantine purple. Okay, so now your scoreboard matches up. Quarantine playing as purple, the Black Rain black, King John playing as white, and Samboy playing as green.
Yeah, that looks right.
Cool.
All right, cool.
So, Plasma, we think bonuses will be taken here in Greece?
Absolutely.
We expect...
And unfortunately, depending on spawns can depend on whether someone gets 1 bonus or 3.
Yeah, so spawns and blizzards, right?
Yep, and one key thing. So one interesting thing is playing this on Blizzard. So Blizzard's really changed the dynamics of this map. Just having practiced this, the settings for this, I have struggled more with the addition of the blizzards.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes obtaining some of those bonuses perhaps a little more difficult. For example, if you look at the top right bonus, I guess we can't tell them, but that is East Macedonia.
East Macedonia, yep.
The one there, which is part of that bonus, the one of white, if white were to, say, take that bonus, there's a reasonable chance that someone just knocks him out of it, right?
Yeah.
I had that happen to me during one of my practice games. And,
what's up, Grizzlebrand? So you're saying compared to like a Mont Saint Michel, there's going to be more breaking likely in these?
Yeah, probably a little more, maybe not as much down by the islands, but I'm thinking up in the top left after pretty much all the bonuses are taken.
Yep.
Because that's kind of a tight zone, and there are not... some of those diagonals do not connect. So, for example, the 4 of white in the bonus... I'm sorry. Let me pull up the
bonuses.
Name. Yeah, this one's going to be really hard to pronounce.
Yep. There's some funny names on this one for sure.
Bonus names, yeah.
I'll also pull them up. So red's got a bonus. White has a bonus. Green's got a bonus. So Samboy, Pearlyburn, and King John kind of get the early jump on bonuses. Pearlyburn takes his second bonus on this turn.
So I tend to be a greedy player. Whenever you're playing maps with lots and lots of bonuses,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think it's absolutely necessary to. Um, let's see, does this map have it? Um, so for example, I during a practice game that I actually lost, I was holding 15 or 16 in in troop generation, which was the +6, the +4, and I attempted to hold the center, but not completely seriously because at that point, I mean, may not do it. Someone had that did an amazing kill because I was also located elsewhere. I forgot where, but um, the troop generation really matters early game and even into the later rounds because you get far ahead. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
it were to stalemate, fine, maybe not as big of a deal. But this tournament is specifically designed to avoid stalemates,
Mm-hmm.
so therefore the bonuses are absolutely crucial, and as many of them as you can reasonably obtain.
Right.
So this, I wanted to point out that. Oh, great. Hang on. The territory names.
Yeah, so Black Rain takes the bonus. Young Bambino, the god, is here for the Black Rain. You're rooting for the Black Rain, as I understand it, Young Bambino. Tough group. Think you can do it?
Did you run the poll?
I did not run the poll. I
Run the poll.
forgot. Yeah, let me put in a prediction for you guys. That's a good point. And you guys get this early information to know a little more. Who wins the group? So we're doing this for the whole group, not just this game. Early burn. Gradomite. The black. Hopefully no one is killed by the time I finish typing this. King John or Sam Boy. Alright. We'll give you guys 2 minutes. Starting now, put in your answers. Who you got winning the group?
Mitch, could you send me the territories? I'm sorry, bonuses. I'm not finding it easily.
How would I send that to you?
You do you have it? Do you have a screenshot?
No. If I did, I would send it to you. I'm pulling it up in my just Risk app on my phone right now.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, so currently the Black Rain has the +4 in the Peloponnesus here, down at the bottom. White now has 3 different bonuses. The +3 here at the top is the Cyclades. The Dodecanese over here is the +2. And then down at the bottom, he's got Crete, which is the +3 here in this island. Up here, Pearly Burn's got 2 bonuses. He's getting a +6 total. Do we see a break on White, or does he get to hold all this? Does King John get to hold all of that?
Okay.
What's up,
Uh,
Andre? What's up, Obi?
I pulled up one of Pete's vids to
To see the
see it.
map. Yeah.
Well, to see the bonus name.
Bonuses.
So what I was trying to say is the one in the bottom of Everest which is the +3 in the top left.
Mm-hmm.
That's conjoined together.
Yep.
Does not connect to the corner of the +5 central Greece. So central Greece is current. So yeah, that one does not connect to the singular one there.
This one right here. Yeah, this is cut off in
So,
this little
well,
spot.
there's two cutoffs, right? So it it doesn't connect to there, and that one doesn't connect to there, which is a mistake that I see players make all the time.
Gotcha.
Like they place
Yep.
all their troops there and then go, oh, I
Thinking
can't.
that goes through. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll see. This is a pretty
He,
decent group we have, so
this is a dominant start
hopefully,
by King John, though, right? He's getting +8 already. He's got a 3-point guard on +8 this
yep,
early.
yep,
Be interesting to see if someone breaks him.
yeah.
We got the 10 stack there from the Black
Looks like it's
Rain.
looks like it's
And we get the
happening.
fist bump from King John, so that should prevent any kind of breaking. He did do the fist bumps. Should be good now.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, as I understand it.
Oh, he could have taken that. Come on.
Interesting. Doesn't go for it yet. He has the 5 stack to get rid of Bradamites in order to get the North Aegean. However, Bradamite's a little bit stuck also because he can go to this white 1 basically. But that gets him nowhere. He's stuck in this corner here with this stack.
I guess I was thinking about it. I guess Black Rain was deciding to stall on the bonus to ensure White didn't get any more territories. Or, sorry, not territories. Any more. Get the next bonus, the North Aegean bonus.
Yeah, to steal
Which
this.
I guess makes sense, but if you're gonna do that, then put your 3 down at the bottom of Peloponnesus,
Okay, yeah, down here.
and run upward with your 5 that's already there.
Yeah, I think Bradamite will move to where this 1 is, and it'll be a potential kill guard opportunity here in this back corner with the blizzards.
Mm-hmm. However, White is everywhere that Black is currently.
Yes. Yeah, Black will have all the access.
So Pearly Burn holds a +9 in total.
Yeah, Pearlyburn's got the +9, and King John's only got +8, so he's not getting outgained too badly. And now with the 2 bonuses for Samboy,
Yeah, Samboy.
he's at +8 now. He's got
is
the
Western
+3
Greece?
here and the +5 in Central Greece.
Is Western Greece +3?
Yes, this +3 here. 3 for 3.
Okay, maybe it changed. Who knows? On Pete's video, it's showing +4.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's +3.
Okay, good to know.
Possibly changed at one point.
I mean, this was only 10 months ago.
Weird. So it must have changed rather recently. According to my risk app, it is a +3.
Well,
as of today.
I think your risk gap is probably right.
As of today, at least. So who doesn't have... Quarantine's in trouble here. He's down to 17 troops, no bonus. The Black Rain is my hero. Wow, those are strong words from Tops Weg. Black Rain in pretty good position. He's in the middle of the map, so he's got access to a lot of different players at this point. Bradamite does not move the 5 out of the way. Does it get hit here? I think it does. Or he just signals to move that out of my way. We get the signal from Black Rain that he would like Bradamite to move the 5 up into the corner. Black Rain has to wait another turn to get that extra bonus of the North Aegean. Splat, this is progressive. But he is clearly lining up to kill purple here. He goes for it. That's an early kill by King John on Quarantine. King John gets the first 5 points in Group 1 of Round 2.
Yeah, I saw Quarantine position was
He was in a tough spot.
diminished.
He couldn't get that bonus ever. He kept just getting squeezed. Episode 5 for King John.
So I think I was starting to talk about the Black Rain. So from my experience with Black Rain, he is a consistent player. He's not necessarily the top player from spotting every little thing, but he I don't see him make mistakes too frequently, like
Yeah.
really bad mistakes.
I don't think.
With
Yeah, I
minor
don't
ones,
think he
sure.
makes a ton of super aggressive moves, which allows him not to make the mistakes. But he makes very calculated kills, versus kind of the going for the risky ones.
Right, and that's one of the things I think that is actually an asset for him, just from when I've played with him, I should say.
Yeah.
Whereas, just by comparison, let's take Pearly. Pearly is very, very, very much opportunistic,
Mm-hmm.
and Pearly also makes perhaps more mistakes when it comes to uh, uh, not, running out of troops or in pressure situations like tournaments. Sometimes he cracks and messes up his pathing. Usually, he doesn't mess up pathing in practice, though.
Yeah, he is definitely an aggressive player that'll go for the bounty and take the chance. Different style than Black Rain.
I can only tell you all that because Pearly plays in almost every single one of my lobbies. So
Yeah, he plays a lot of practice. Obi, I don't think so. Black doesn't look to be in a great. Obi doesn't think that Black Rain's in a great off position right now. And Splat thinks that King John's in position to maybe run that 70 on a trade. King John's currently at 3 cards, but trades are real small still. We're just now at the end of turn 5 here. Or I guess we're in turn 6 now. Oh, the Black Rain also lines up there. Moves into 2 stacks. Don't know exactly. He could be lining up Bradomite. He could add down to kill the 3 at the bottom and get Bradomite next turn. Might be what the Black Rain's looking for.
So for those of y'all who are who like to play it as if, or watch it as if you're playing it, you need all but 17 territories with blizzards on.
All but 17. Not quite as easy to count as Iceland, but still possible to count it. Okay, Bradomite adds up top.
Also, just for those wondering,
Ooh, he breaks the Black Rain.
The distribution of card types, infantry, cavalry, and artillery is almost equivalent. Deviation of only 1. So very balanced in that sense.
Samboy adds everywhere. Samboy goes for the 70 run. Early 70 run from Samboy. Can he get it? He's got 1s on the left to work with. He's got to get through some of white to get this, right? But he's got a 37 stack. At worst, he's going to hurt King John a lot. Leaves a 7 to hit the 3. Has plenty of time still.
Ooh.
Got a split. Should get it. Should get it. Should get it.
Well played.
He got it. Man, that's an early 70 run by Samboy. The open middle of that map created that possibility for that early 70 run, and he identified it early. Impressive Impressive run there by Samboy, who was not even the troop leader at that point. Just made the run at the right time. Okay, so that is 70 Greece. That's game one. After game one, Samboy now at 10 points, King John at 5 points, everybody else at 0. And we head into Brazil. From Greece, we head to Brazil for a 70% fixed battle on a totally different style map, right? Everything's connected here. Easy to move through and move around. Also easy to block the center of the map here. So what do we think? Bonuses or no bonuses, Plasma?
Sorry, helping
You're good.
someone, so I'll answer your question in a second.
You're good. Okay, so going into this, Samboy at 10 points has to feel pretty good. Remember, the top 3 players after all 3 games will move through to the U.S. quarterfinals. The bottom 3 are out. So all to play for here. King John got the 1 bounty. Your first bounty is good for 5 points. Your second bounty in a game is 3 points, and each additional bounty is 1 point. King John trying to get his color back to white, but Quarantine currently sitting as white, so we may have to swap some colors here. Yeah, Greece is a tricky map, Splat. Especially with blizzards. The blizzards in Greece completely change the game, I think, each time. With the way the islands are set. Blizzards in the islands change the paths, change the 70% run. The 70% run was easier on that than a lot of the Blizzard games we've played, because the blizzards were all off in the corners, so they weren't creating really blocks through the map. But that was a turn 7 run. I think that was on turn 7. 70% run, which is slightly earlier. Usually we see the turn 8 through 10 is where we see those end. But only the 1 bounty taken could dramatically affect the number of points total available in this one. Looks like we're waiting on 1 player.
Yep. What was it?
Samboy. He won and went home.
No. Someone said they needed a moment.
Gotcha. I mean, you win, you feel confident. He gets out of here, goes out on top. Smart. King John goes to blue. So again, 70% fixed cards in Brazil. Brazil, a much smaller map. Only 5 bonuses. I'll verify that in just a second. Yeah, 5 bonuses in Brazil. Much smaller map. Bigger than we saw in Iceland, and very similar to what we saw in France last week in round 1 in terms of kind of the connections throughout the map. Can you point out the tricky connections? Yeah. Would love to point out tricky connections. Plasma did that a little bit in Greece, but in Brazil,
there are definitely more than one in this. Connections that questionable.
Yep. We will have Plasma point them out
there's
for us.
3
for
in
sure.
total. 3 in total.
3 in Brazil.
3 in Brazil. 1 that does connect, 2 that don't connect. That you would be concerned if they did connect.
Yeah. I've been asking. I think SMG should make a 4th overlay, like you've got the bonus and the card overlay. I would like to see an overlay that has arrow connections between territories that you can click on and off to see what territories it hits. Whoa, thanks for the raid, Olive. Love it. Thanks for the raid, guys. We're getting ready to go into game 2 of round 2, group 1. We got an awesome group of players playing tonight. Thanks, Olive. Appreciate you.
So with Brazil, you need all but 6 territories. That is actually with and without blizzards.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Okay, well, not young me shouldn't be here. He got kicked out before he could even do his emote. We are waiting on Samboy to join. Samboy won game one. For those of you just joining us, not familiar with the World Cup format, it's 3 games back to back. You get 10 points for winning each game, 5 points for your first bounty, 3 points for your second bounty, and 1 point for each additional bounty. After the 3 games tonight, the 3 players with the most points in the group get to move on to the quarterfinals, the top 24 in the US. The other 3 are done with their World Cup run. So, all to play for here. After game one, Samboy at 10, King John at 5. He got the 1 bounty. And then Black Rain, Bradamite, Pearly Bird, and Quarantined all sitting at 0. These are 6 players that all definitely have a chance to make the U.S. national team. So it will be an epic couple of games here to see who can get the points. We are waiting on Samboy to come back after his game 1 win. And he
So,
is
as
back.
this is a fixed game, for those of you curious, there are 7 infantry, 9 cavalry, and 7 artillery. Uh, this map should be small enough not to have the random removals of non-joker cards.
Okay, so let's go to Brazil. We started in Greece, now we head to Brazil. We're playing 70% fixed. There are 5 bonuses on the map. It'll be interesting to see if they're taken or held and/or held.
Oh yeah, that's right. If I see somebody hold a bonus, I'm disappointed. Um,
Disappointed by the other players allowing it.
yes. I mean, it's not going to really give much of an advantage by any stretch. Can end. Uh, this game could end by turn 3. Depending on
How aggressively they
uh,
play it.
well, that and how the cards are. So, for example, I had a practice game. I was sixth in turn. I had a joker, and I didn't even get to turn it in because the game ended with a 70% run.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
I've seen some early bounties in my practice games on this map.
yeah, it can be very, very fast. I think we did play with a bot, so that might have been the bounty. But anyway,
Plasma, do you want to point out the tricky spots,
sure.
territories?
So there's a 3 in the upper right bonus, a yellow 3, that, and you see the red 5 adjacent to it. Those territories connect.
These are a
The other
connection.
territories that can be questionable would be the white 6, the red 6, the blue 1, and this blue 7, just below that. So diagonally, those territories do not connect.
Those don't connect.
So the 1
Those
does not
cross
connect to
cuts.
the 7 does not connect to the 6.
Got it.
Yeah.
But these two do connect. The 7 and 5 connect.
Correct.
So there's your tricky ones for this one, Splat. Oh, we've got a bonus taken by Bradamite. He takes the +4 Nordeste, which I think is Portuguese for northeast.
Yes, Mitch.
+4 there.
It is Portuguese for
Ah,
northeast,
Obi with the Portuguese knowledge. Thank you, Obi.
but we pronounce it Nordeste.
Nordeste?
Yeah, the te at the end of a word in Portuguese is pronounced like chi.
Chi. Okay, good, good. Man, we're getting some Portuguese knowledge dropped on us now. Nordeste. Does Brainamite get to hold that +4? That would be wild. And who decides to break hitting a 5 or a 3? Pearly is not going for the break. He's going to go into 2 positions. No, he stays in 3 positions. Leaves the 1 in between. The Black Rain goes for the break? No, he doesn't. He would have to go through the 4 also to break there. He doesn't have a card.
Yeah, he did guard it pretty well, so that may not get broken.
How about that? And the Black Rain gets cut out of his first card unless he wants to hit the 6, and he does want to hit the 6. He fortifies into one spot there, maybe? Or no?
That's a good option. Nope, I would not have done that.
He moves back into
I would
that
have
position.
So here's the logic.
Yeah.
If yellow wants to hold a bonus, he should not break black, right? But
Right.
white can absolutely break black.
Gotcha. So
yep.
guard white, don't guard yellow.
Right.
Also, it's going to be tough for Samboy to retaliate against him hitting that stack.
And if
He's a ways
someone
away.
so desperately wants to break it, they'll go through the yellow 4.
Right. Make him do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree with everything that Plasma has said so far about that.
Yeah. That makes sense on the logic piece of it for sure. Gonna be interesting to see if both these bonuses get held. White could easily break, but it's gonna be you're gonna have to make
White
a commitment to break
probably will
Bradamite here. Does white break?
White probably will break.
We'll see.
What?
He's considering.
Well, that's not connected to anything, so...
I mean, he's got the card of the green one if he wanted. Yep.
Whoa. Okay.
How about that? This is ultra good neighbor.
Wow.
Brazil risk right here.
Maybe... I don't know why we did that.
We get the good game from
I think
King John.
Holding that bonus does not bode well for anybody else right now.
Yeah, so it's a
This map is
+3
not
down
enough
there at
that
the
you
bottom.
generally want to let someone hold bonuses on.
The Black Rain's bonus is a +3, which is Sol, which is Portuguese for south. Sol, I think.
Again, you're correct with
Yes,
with
context
what it means.
clues. Context clues. Let's go.
Sul.
So little Portuguese for you there. They both get to hold their bonuses. No way Pearlyburn goes to break that. He wouldn't really have a path. Bradamite now at 29 troops. Sandboy the weakest at 17. Does Bradamite cash in his bonus, or does he try to hold it and get the win? How many territories can you leave here? 6? Is that what you said, Plasma? All but 6? Is it all but 6 or all but 7?
All but 6, yes. That's
all but
correct.
6, yeah.
Hmm.
He hits the yellow 4? Okay, so he didn't trust yellow not to break.
Well, that was also his cheapest card.
Oh, true. He was still kind of getting card blocked.
Yeah.
I think he's worried that yellow's getting the most troops, maybe, and he doesn't want him with access. Maybe was the logic.
That would make sense because he's only got the one at the top that he's now blocked off from, and everything else is a fairly decent sized stack that he'd have to hit.
Yeah. No one's helping him. Blue helps him out with a card potentially there. I don't see anyone breaking yellow here.
No, if I'm quarantined, I think I stack on the 6 and I take a card with the 8 on the red 1.
Stack on the 6. Yeah, okay.
Because now it makes it really hard for Bradamite to get a card. Oh no, he moved back.
Gave him the card, yeah.
I wouldn't have moved back.
They're playing just ultra friendly. Ultra friendly risk here. Bradamite gets the 1 for the card. Thanks, quarantined. Pearlyburn keeps splitting the troops, playing a pretty defensive shell here. Gonna hit one of the ones, the blue one or the yellow one. Or the 5. No, the 1. Okay. That got wild for a second.
So I don't necessarily like Pearly game here because of how clogged up the board is. You do need a big stack to kind
To
of run
get
the
through.
70.
Yeah, he's playing more of a defensive don't kill me game. He's also acting as kind of a secondary guard for Bradomite's bonus, making
Yeah.
it tough for people to get through there to break.
Does he set?
The Black Rain gets an easier card this time. Doesn't have to hit another stack.
Mm.
Even with the 2 stack hits, the Black Rain's second in troop count.
That usage of the 6 doesn't bode well for Pearly, but I think Pearly's biggest threat to begin with is Sandboy.
I think this is a kill on Samboy by King John. I tried to call it before it happened. It sounded less cool.
Back what I just said then.
Yeah.
That's 5 points for King John. He's playing the bounty game here tonight. He's got the bounty in game 1, bounty in game 2. Up to 10 points and a tie with Samboy. And technically, he has the tiebreakers. You can see on your screen there, he's currently in first because he has the most bounties, including a direct bounty on Samboy.
This could be a problem if Quarantine decides to go for a kill, which he should have enough troops if he sets, and maybe enough if he doesn't.
Quarantine just wants a bonus. Everybody gets a bonus.
Yeah.
That seems fair. That's a Central Uste, which is like Osteche.
Centro
Osteche.
Oeste.
Oesteche.
Centro Oeste.
OSG. Central OSG.
It is arguably the hardest bonus to pronounce on the map.
And there's the kill. Bradomite gets the kill on King John, kills the killer. Can Bradomite make a run here?
Can run the 70. I think he can run the 70.
He's got a couple of splits. He can hit the 9 and the 1 from that. Oh, he's adding
does
there.
connect to that 27 does connect to the 1.
He's got the potential for another kill, it looks like.
On red, he rolls down the 9 with the 5, kills it with the 9. Slow roll style here, which will get him a trade in turn. So he'll get the reset on the clock. He's got time as long as he can win an 11 on 7. He gets the nice dice there. 5 more points for Bradomite. We now have a 3-way tie at the top with 10 points. Bradomite, King John, and... Oh, no, sorry, that's Bradomite's second kill, so he's only at 8 points. But he should run the 70 right there to get the 10 points and goes to 18. Bradomite, now your group leader with the win in Brazil. That was pretty fast.
Yeah.
What turn was that?
So
4, wasn't it?
Might have been 4.
Or was it
Brazil goes very fast. You really have to. You shouldn't let people hold bonuses because
I was going to say
the cards aren't going to
matter.
matter.
That's the lesson I just learned. Don't let them hold bonuses.
Yeah, and then second, unfortunately, the cards are critical.
Yeah.
So, cards and turn order, because this map significantly benefits early turn order and significantly penalizes late turn order.
Yeah, kind of a reverse from a
70%.
lot of the settings. That map's going to be you're wanting to be early in turn order. Or just hold a bonus like Bradomite did. That was easy. Alright, now we head to the Battle of Lubeck. I don't know exactly on the umlaut pronunciation. It's not Portuguese, so different.
No, I'm useless here on this pronunciation.
So we've got Lubeck. We will play progressive, and this is World Dom, not 70% here. What do you guys think? Splat's asking us on the general philosophy on card skipping in those settings in Brazil, since there's less likely to get cards or whatever.
I think, personally, the way we just saw that game run, you don't want a card skip.
Because you have to have the trade in to make your run.
Oh, absolutely. Do not card skip on Brazil unless you're staring at a 7.
Yeah. I was going to say, it seems like
At that point, maybe just make a kill.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's fixed. It's either it's not going to be a better trade if you card skip. There's not a real reason to do it. I mean, I guess if you had a bonus, maybe, but I think you get eaten at that point.
Less likely to get eaten because you card skip, though, I guess is the logic of the card skip.
Yeah. But then if you card skip and I can break your bonus, I'm probably gonna
I
penalize
think if
you.
I think if you're getting
card
position
skipping.
points, it might make sense to card skip, but you're not getting position points, so you got to have the troops to be able to go get points. Yeah, I think it makes you less likely to get killed, J-Not. I agree, but I don't think that necessarily helps you get points.
Yeah, I don't think maybe if you have a 10 set on 4 and you're banking on someone failing a kill and then running the 70, I might think about card skipping in that situation based on turn order.
Yeah. We just played the first 2 games, and I think a total of like 20 minutes of actual game time. So a little different than we've felt for the other rounds. Although this map will take a little longer, likely, than the other 2. But that maybe gives you guys an idea going into your round 2 matches. You better be ready to go because people are making fast early moves. So now we go to Lubeck. This is a World Dom game that we're playing on Progressive here. In these settings, you can see the connections. Kind of got the central area connected via river to a few islands, and then you've got a big southwestern area split into 2 bonuses. Likely we see bonuses held here or no? Based off of these guys?
I would say we would see 1, 2, or 3 bonuses held, and it's going to be the
smaller ones. Yeah.
I think that top right bonus gets held.
Okay.
Because it's got a 1-point guard. But I don't really see what else would be held easily.
The bonuses aren't really that impactful. They help slightly, but this map is also a very, very fast map.
Yes, faster than we would have seen in like Europe Advanced, like in the first round, or Himeji Castle in the second round. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I've actually struggled with this map from my practice games. So
what struggle specifically?
Not dying.
Not dying. Okay, sure. That's part of it.
I could have positions all over the place. Like I had 6 positions once. I had 3 positions another time. 2 positions another time. I think it's hard. It's being such a small map. It's easy to get to people.
Yes.
And
it's hard to hide.
Just talk about connections. All the diagonals and so there's the center bonus, which is a +5, and then the territories below it. So the 4 connects to the 1. We'll wait till that goes away. The 3 connects to the 1 diagonally down. The 3 connects to the 1 diagonally up left, and the 4 connects to the 1 diagonally down left. And as well, that 4 red does have a connection to the black 3 adjacent to it.
Yeah, there's a little connector line.
Yeah, which makes it hard to split your troops up, and it's if you're in that area, it's you can't really hide.
Yeah, so the bonuses on this map, I kind of go in the outside circle. You've got a +3 here, or we'll start in the middle. +2 at 12 o'clock, these 3 territories. A +2 here in the right corner, a +2 in the bottom right corner, +4 down bottom middle, +3 on the left side. We've got a +3 here. And then in the center, you've got a 4-5-4 situation. So the top of the lips, I think it looks like lips. A 4 here, a 5 where the tongue is, and a 4 here at the bottom lip. Now you'll never unsee that. You're welcome.
Thank you for that, Mitch.
Yep, you're welcome.
Never unsee it.
You're welcome. So it looks like Quarantine would like to have a bonus, but Bradamite will not allow him to take a bonus here. In that bottom right corner, St. Gertrude.
So I would tell you all the card types, but I don't have the umla on my keyboard. So
Oh, yeah.
Copy and paste. That's what I always do.
I know, I'm just lazy.
I have
take
to.
two.
So
Okay,
I
so-
wonder if Samboy is going to try to hold the center +5.
No way that gets held, right? That'd be wild.
I don't think it gets held, but I wonder if he says
Forces him to break it.
Yeah, because that seems like if they're gonna leave, I'm gonna try to hold it and see what everybody else does about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Be
everyone else is
opportunistic.
kind of blocking bonuses being held. Like King John leaving his 5 there, where you can tell the Black Rain is wanting a bonus. Bradamite leaves his 7 in there.
Yeah.
So
Sam
the bonus
and
is
King
getting
John have
blocked
stacks. Yeah.
up in the top right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the bonuses that they kind of see as the likely one someone's going to go for.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Cubbies? You can, if you're not from America, you can still sign up at riskworldcup.com if you would like to sign up for the tournament. Is that your question? If you are from America, then you're too late for this one, but you can sign up for future ones. The easiest way to find out about tournaments is probably by joining Discord and joining the Risk Discord, which is linked on the front page of the game app. And you'll also see tournament announcements in the news on there. Okay, let's see if Samboy goes for that +5 in the middle. See what kind of confidence he's playing with. He's got the 10 points coming in, so there is a little bit of score interest here. Bradamite, he's going to force him to break it. Bradamite's got 18 coming into the game, has to feel pretty confident about moving through. King John and Samboy both have 10, King John with the tiebreaker. But Quarantine, Pearly Burn, and the Black Rain all come in with 0 and need a big performance here. They've got to get at least 10 points to have a chance to move through. So that's 4 bounties or the win is really what they need.
What do y'all think about that reinforce for Sam?
To go to the 9?
Well, yeah, to move his 7 to the 3.
I think he just knew he was going to get broken and maybe thought that was the better threat stack, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He couldn't move them all. I think he would have rather moved them all to the middle so he could have actually threat stacked with it, but he couldn't line it up like that.
Yeah, I think in that situation, I leave my 7 where it was, and I force pink or black to break me.
Okay, why do you want to force pink or black to break you?
Because I think at that point when they see that 6 is kind of blocked and I'm sitting on that side of that bonus with that, and they've got smaller stacks, maybe
next
it
to
just
you
incentivizes them to use a smaller stack to break me.
Makes sense.
The 6 is not blocked at all.
Do they?
It connects to the green one.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It goes from the caddy corner there.
It also connects. It also connects to the black one, the other one that you might not think about.
Yeah, it's got the C lane or.
Yeah, the old C lane. Not the same neighborly bonus type game here so far. Much more people lining up and blocking bonuses. And lining up kills. I mean, if you're one of the 3 with 0 points, you basically have to win this game to get through. You're either going to win or you got to get 4 bounties.
It is Prague still.
Yeah,
it is Prague still, so you can run the table for sure.
I mean, that's what I did last week.
Yeah.
Didn't score until the last game.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely, someone can still get through. I just think they're not going to go for that early bounty risk it all move here because of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Quarantine, Pearly Burn, and the Black Rain play a an advantageous kind of sit back and watch it
Yeah.
unfold and take a bounty where they can and hope and pray that they get the win with maybe two.
Yeah, maybe get cards at the right time or something and get to run.
Yeah.
I think Samboy and King John are both thinking we need one bounty to probably secure our spot moving through. So they would be the ones most likely. Maybe Breda might too, but they'd be the ones most likely to make that early bounty run to shake it up here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. If I'm in their situation, I take the bounty and hope that 15's enough.
Yeah. So far, 15's been enough in every game so far.
Now,
Every match so far.
something to note: King John has an advantage over Samboy because he killed Samboy.
That is true.
King John just needs a bounty.
That's true. King John is currently sitting in second.
So Samboy, and Samboy doesn't have a bounty. He has a win.
That's right.
So Samboy, genuinely should probably kill King John to equalize that. But
Yeah.
then the other tiebreaker issue, I believe, is total tiebreakers. Is that right?
So first tiebreaker is direct
Total
bounties.
bounties.
Yeah. Second tiebreaker is total bounties. And then
Yeah,
third
so King
tiebreaker
John
is
would
your
still come there.
the third tiebreaker is your bounties over the group winner.
Mm.
Yeah. So King John is Samboy is honestly in kind of the same position that say Pearly and them are in, unless say Bradomite or King John run the game.
In the position that he needs a bounty, or what do you mean?
Oh no, that he needs a win.
Well, I mean, if he gets a bounty, he'll move ahead of King John.
No, because he would be tied with King John from the standpoint of offsetting King John's bounty on him, but King John has 2 bounties.
But he'd be at 15 points. King John's at 10.
Well, true. I guess I'm assuming King John gets a bounty somewhere.
Right. He just can't end tied. Yep. But I think King John or Samboy getting a bounty would get him through here. So they're both looking for that first bounty run they can make. Samboy is maybe staying away from... I don't know.
They're pretty buddy. It looks.
They're
like
connected
right
almost everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
His 12 is locked, and he does have turn advantage over King John, so could be interesting.
I think King John's in the better troop placement for the kill and the between those two. But yeah, the earlier turn in could affect that for sure. On the second trade.
I think on the first trade, if I'm Sam and I'm worried about about King John taking my bounty,
yep,
I knock his 5 out in the top right.
Yeah, because it's really hard to get back there.
Yeah, it's a lot of work because there's the 7 and the 8 to get back in there.
And cleans them out. That makes sense.
That would probably feed him.
It potentially feeds him, but it kind of protects him from dealing with him.
It protects him realizing that if he gets the bounty on you, he's probably safe and makes it through.
Yeah. Bradomite in the territory lead.
One thing to note, I think Pearly was lining up pink, but with the 7 that moved in the way, that could change things.
Ah, gotcha. Where the black rain moves the 7 up top.
Yeah, because the 8 down in the bottom, plus with the 7 that could come across to the 6, I mean that takes care of some troops. The 8 also has diagonal access to the 12, and then that 7 is there to assist. So The only thing remaining would be that 5 to access the 9, and now that's no longer within sight.
Yeah, that's going to be
Now,
interesting how that top
as
portion.
as Pearly would say, I'm just moving around.
Yeah, he's just taking the easy territory, nothing big, no planning. I mean, currently, Samboy has a kill guard on King John. Bradamite has the kill guard on both of them. And then outside of that, you got the Black Rain. So you got a little bit of a chain going there. Let's see if Samboy goes for what Obi thinks he should do and clear out the 5 at the top. Doesn't look like that's the plan.
Nope.
He blocks in the 7, or does he move it back down? No, he moves it back down onto it.
I'll be curious to see if Black moves.
Hey, thanks for the comment, Ron Taldy. We also think the Risk Mobile game's great.
I'm thinking, my thought process is, since Black moved in the way of Red, Red's new target is Black, he just needs to refortify his 10. So right now he has complete diagonal access.
Here's the break on Quarantined.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And I would probably fortify that all the way next to the 11. Or not.
Or he leaves it right in that bonus and lets Quarantine know that he's not getting that bonus. Different way to play it. Keep in mind, Pearly and Quarantine both know they need a big game here in Game 3 to move through.
They're very much in the same boat.
Yeah. So mutually assured destruction there by sticking your 10 in there.
So is he eyeing up Quarantined instead? I wasn't looking at that, but it does look like he has great lines on him.
Let's see what Black does. I think this might be. I'll make a prediction after Black.
I think the Black Rain's playing the sit and wait for something to fall in his lap, like you were talking about, Obi.
Yeah, I think that's the smartest play for him.
Yeah.
It looks like he's set up for when somebody decides to take that top right bonus, he's just gonna swoop in afterwards. You know. Well, what's that? St. Lawrence Nord? I guess that's the Australia of the map.
Yeah, the Australia of the map.
Jay Knott's yelling at Pearly, don't leave it there.
Yeah.
But you know that Purple will retake. So Purple's not going to retake his bonus, and the reason why is it's a +2.
Yeah, you got to hit 10 troops for the 2. Unless he's just really angry.
This game is over in just a few turns.
Yeah. It would go very fast.
Yeah, Pearly does have good lines, and I do like Pearly's positioning, except for his 10.
Okay.
unless he intends to kill Quarantined, but
maybe that's the kill.
He is later in turn order than Quarantined.
Yeah.
That said, I think Quarantined will have a lot harder. A lot harder time killing Pearly because of the 7.
At the end of turn 6, it looks like King John and Bradamite will be the troop leaders, which we would expect for the last 2 in turn order. And Quarantine down at 33 by being first in turn order, and Progressive has to find a way to stay alive here through a potential trade on 3. Also needs to find a card, but he can add to his... Or he can take it from his 9, I guess.
Ooh.
Oh, he goes with a trade on 3. Okay. That'll keep him alive. Does he go for anything crazy here, like taking back that bonus?
I think he takes the card on the green one.
Yeah, I think it's the trade was just to make sure He doesn't look fishy.
Oh, he was looking fishy before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a defensive trade there. He moves into a center position. Oh, he moves back out of it. I like that center position for connections.
To be honest, he still looks fishy.
Yeah, but you just get the one
not from
card.
the standpoint of cards, but just strength.
Yep. Yeah, gonna be tough. Always tough first in turn order on a progressive.
I should clarify. Strength and positioning.
Everyone just... Oh... Sandboy makes an extra attack and then moves all the way back up. Oh, splits. Okay, he's trying to split his stacks. Again, a defensive play.
Yeah, I think that keeps him alive.
He's at 4 cards, so probably went into his thinking there, having the 4 cards. Offensive in the way that it gets him connections, yes, but I think that's short-term defensive move to protect. Early gets the 1 off quarantine. They're going to card trade there before quarantine kills him. Okay, so J-Not's saying that the move from Sandboy there was potentially to get lines on black, so he has that extra bottom position. I think he already kind of had lines on black, but maybe true.
I think he had better lines on black without splitting, and just
because he had the bigger stack up top.
Yeah.
The problem is he can't get to that top left corner of black where the black rain's attacking now.
Oh, he takes the bonus.
Yeah, that should hold. That should hold just fine. That's a +3 there bonus that the black rain takes.
Red apple, no set or opted not to set?
Now green is safe from... Yeah, so I think the defensive piece of the splitting makes a lot of sense. It cut off a lot of access to his stacks. He's in 4 different spots, and it's not easy to get through.
Oh, I forgot he was streaming it. That does change things.
Right, so quarantined, still trying to stay alive here. Can card trade with Pearly and hold that spot. Pearly's got the best lines on quarantined. Yeah, that's on purpose, the red apple. I try not to call out their cards just in case someone happens to be overhearing, so I don't disadvantage anyone streaming. You obviously are welcome to talk about it, but that's why I try not to audibly call it out just in case someone's listening in. Otherwise, no one would ever stream again until SMG gives us a nice spectate button, which would be really, really handy. Sandboy thinking about a big move? Which would be the kill on black.
I just think that was another defensive trade, and it felt like...
I think he
He's waiting a turn to see if black trades in.
But it wouldn't have mattered because he would have traded in turn.
True.
Black, just by the indecisiveness of Sandboy, Black should know he was being lined up there.
Yeah. That was clearly what he was counting. Yeah, it was going to be tight. It was definitely going to be a tight kill.
Oh, for sure.
Ooh,
Oh,
there's that.
there you go. If you don't make the run, that'll get you. Pearly gets the kill on the Black Rain. Pearly gets his first 5 points. The Black Rain eliminated from USA qualifiers with that kill. That was a tough one. We saw the kind of wheels turning there on what he wanted to do.
I think that might be the game.
So Pearly got a trade in
He is
turn.
good at this part. He's
Yeah.
very good at making
This is
snowballing it.
Oh,
he's-
interesting.
yeah. He didn't have the line on Bradamite I think that he wanted. He didn't have the troops where he needed them for quarantined, and that wouldn't
He's
have
got
been
plenty of
trade in
troops.
turn.
He'll survive. So
No, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. I think he just is playing it safe. Again, he needs more than 2 bounties. He needs the win. Or 4 bounties. So, I think that was the logic there.
yeah, I saw that coming.
Okay, so Bradamite goes for the kill on Quarantined. He will go up to 23 points. And is
Which only helps Pearly, probably.
true. Pearly's all for that. Pearly still has to win or get the other 3 bounties. This is a bounty run on Samboy? No, this is a bounty run on Bradamite, which also helps Pearly.
Yeah.
It also solidifies King John's position, with Pearly potentially winning. It's a little tight. He's got to go.
Oh, I don't think he has it. Oh no, I missed the 16.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
He got it. Yep.
I didn't see that. 16,
So John gets King John gets the 5 points, goes up to 15, moves into second place in the group. Now Samboy at risk. Samboy needs King John to kill Pearly, but he's gonna kill Samboy, right? Yeah, this is the kill on. Oh, he's got to go 18 on 16. No, he doesn't do it. It was going to be too tight. He was going to have a couple of tough rolls there. What can Samboy do with his 2 cards? That's tough. Samboy, basically, he could hit Pearly, knowing that Pearly's the one that would jump him in points. Yeah.
That's what he does.
He can't
So
get the bounty, but it depends if Pearly has cards on 3 or not here.
It'll be interesting to see if Pearly even has enough troops at the end of this to get getting slammed.
Yeah. If he has cards on 3, he goes and kills Samboy.
I mean, I would definitely kill Samboy from the standpoint of bounties, but
He's got to win
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Really, he's got to be
Troop
focused
count.
on the best chance to win.
right. Oh, that's pretty. Oh. I think Pearly's got this.
You do.
Ooh.
I think so too.
Okay.
Oh, he's killing John. I like that.
He's worked on both, but
He doesn't have the set and turn, but he's hoping Samboy doesn't have cards on 3. And again, he's playing for the win here. because he knows he needs to win to get through. Yeah. Which, that tells you you've set up your tournament right if someone has to win to get through, right? At this point. That's a good sign. He rolls Samboy down and just crosses his fingers that Samboy doesn't have cards on 3. He does not. Hurley gets the win, knocks Samboy out of the tournament at the same time by getting the win.
Well, 80% chance. 82% chance, roughly. But
on cards, to get cards on 3?
Right.
Oh, cards on 4. Cards on 4.
Cards on 4.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just assuming cards on 4, but that's true. Samboy hits him as hard as he can, which is the way you got to play it out here. Break everything.
He doesn't have enough, but yep.
Yeah, you just got to hit him as hard as you can. Make sure you break everything. Don't give any free, easy troops. Build you a couple bonuses that he's got to break if he doesn't have cards.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't have cards, Samboy wins. If he does have cards, he wins, right?
Well, I think he needed to hit one more to get him under 12.
Gotcha. To give him the extra troop.
Yeah.
The dab?
I think that's it. Oh.
Oh, no.
No.
Gosh, I just assumed those were cards there. You can't
What
get
a
the other
shame.
break. That's why
What
you
a
build it that
shame
way.
to end
Ugh.
And painful way to see
No
it.
cards on 4.
Does Samboy have cards?
He does.
Yep.
He does.
That's it. Samboy gonna move through. Pearly Burns' run to the U.S. title ends here. That was a tough way to
Cards were
go.
brutal today, guys.
That was tough.
Man, that's about.
Sometimes you just don't have the cards. Ugh, not getting cards on 4 is a tough moment.
Yeah.
Congrats to Samboy. He finds a way through when all hope looked lost. He gets the 10 points for the win. He actually ends up winning the group, I think. Think that gives him the group win?
Think so.
We will we'll see if we can get Samboy, Bradamite, and King John in here for a little post-game discussion.
Yeah, so that puts points for him at 25 compared to the 23 for Brady Mike.
Let's see if we got Samboy in here. We hopefully we'll get Bradamite and King John also. Samboy, walk us through that situation. Were you nervous that he had cards on 4?
Yeah, okay. I had no cards on 3, and then, okay, let me try and replay it in my mind. White killed, oh shoot. It was a 3-player game. I saw red had good stacks, and if I didn't hit them, they might kill me, especially if they had a set, which they did, and then ended up killing white, which was fortunate. I think I was looking at the points.
Yep.
And if Pearly won the game, then I'd be knocked out.
That's right.
So I tried to cripple her, or him, I'm sorry, and was hoping that white would take the win after that.
Yeah.
I think that was a situation I'd get in.
Yep.
But killed white after that, and I mean, I got lucky that there was no cards on 4.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
Things.
nerve-wracking moment, right? You didn't have cards on 3, then he didn't have cards on 4, so kind of epic back and forth there. Pearly, how painful was that no cards on 4 situation? Do you want to talk about it?
Not really, but I will anyway. So I mean, no set on 4. I mean, that's a game ender. I had the lines, I had the plan. The RNGesus told me to piss off. So it just wasn't meant to be for me. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you lined it up
all around.
Lined it up perfectly, and you had those. What was the thought process behind killing King John first there at the end?
So I was mostly playing. I had to play for the win. I needed to kill both.
Yeah.
And with at that point he was on 3 cards. Green was only on 2. So I had to hope that the cards worked in my favor, and unfortunately they went exactly the opposite of that.
So it was based off the cards there at the end. So,
exactly. Neither one of them was going to set me, but the who to go after was that.
And it was less
he had
likely
one
he
more
had
card.
the trade before you.
Exactly, because I needed them both not to trade and me to have a trade, and well, that just didn't quite work out. But I mean, as I mentioned in round one, it's a heck of a tournament. I had a blast. Didn't
Good.
go my way, but that's okay. That's okay. They're not always going to go your way.
Yeah, we were curious right there till the end. The no cards on 4 was a tough moment. As it always is, but that was a really tough moment for it. What about the first two games, guys? How did those go for you?
Great.
Okay.
I had a Joker and a set in my first 5 cards, so I was eyeing the kill on whoever got killed in that first game. I was eyeing the kill, but then White took the kill. But as soon as I realized I wasn't going to get the kill, I started counting territories, and I just had enough.
Gotcha.
Especially since I knew I was getting a set on 3.
Yep.
I figured it was do or die at that point because White had not guarded the entrance into the islands.
Yeah, so you got that super early run just because there was no... And the blizzards on that map were all in the corners. So it also...
Yeah, it wasn't too choky.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an early 70 run there in Greece. And then Brazil... You guys let Bradamite just hold a bonus?
I was thinking about breaking him, and then the Black Rain knocked out my position in the bottom of the map, so...
Yep. Hit your stack down there.
If I had hit yellow, I would have lost that position. But then I'd be down to 1 or 2 positions at that point, so it wasn't worth it to me. And I just had to hope I had set cards on 3, which I did not.
Gotcha. And then going into the third game, Pearly, your plan was I got to win basically to get through. Was that the logic?
Yeah, I needed to win with a bounty because I wasn't exactly sure how the tiebreakers worked out. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
to be safe, you wanted the
see.
extra points.
But I knew I needed, a bounty and the win. Which when you win World Dom, you automatically get a bounty.
That's
so
true.
that was really my focus. It was play to win and not play for the bounties, which was completely different than previous games because at that point the score didn't matter. So I played the game to win.
Yep.
And I almost did. I guess I'll walk away in 4th place, but congrats to everybody that made it through.
I mean, there's nothing different you could have done in that Lubeck game, right? You lined it up as best you could. You wouldn't have changed anything about it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I would have practiced getting better cards more, but
if it was as simple as that, yeah, for sure.
Pearly, what about your earlier games? Would you have changed anything? Did you have a chance to
game 1 or game 2?
No, turn order kind of got me on those in both games. Yeah, I could have played things differently, and maybe they would have turned out differently. But if I had to do it all over again, I probably would have made the same decisions. I would have gone for the 70%, but I was too late in the turn order on game 2. Game 1, I got knocked out of a couple of positions, but I thought I recovered well. It didn't materialize into points.
Yeah.
Were you red in game 1?
I would.
Okay, yeah, so you're sitting right behind me. Okay. Yeah, White kicked you out of the islands there right at the first turn there. Or second turn.
Pearly,
Go
ahead.
I wasn't completely surprised on getting knocked out of there. Bad dice left me with not a lot of troops, so I was prepared to lose that position.
I started the round today forgetting to make one of my territories 4 troops and lost 2 on my first roll on a 3-on-1.
Because people will roll them, yeah. Oh, I got you. You didn't make a 4 to roll a 1.
Yeah, I was just thinking about I was going to get my bonus turn 1, and then I rolled a 3-on-1. But I want to say in that last game, Pink Bradamite, I believe, was after. Right before the first set, he moved out his stack and pointed. He had 3 stacks all pointed at my stacks.
Yeah, so lining you up.
Like he was about to kill me, and I very much debated hitting one of his stacks, but then luckily he decided not to kill me. He could have. I guess he still moves on, but he could have to cement his.
To just get the 1.
There. Yeah. Which I appreciate him for not doing, because I think that would have knocked me out.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody noticed Black ruining my initial plan, which I was not being terribly secretive about it.
Yes. He blocked you off from getting to that top area.
Yeah. So I'm sure you guys saw my strategy change
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, you had to find a different
Yeah,
kill.
it looked like you changed your mind. You're like, okay, quarantined.
It went from I was going to kill Pink to I was going to kill Quarantine. Then Quarantine got cards, so it wasn't profitable, so I had to change again.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just trying to prolong the game because I got no cards on 3 and no cards on 4. I figured I was dead, but just trying to block off the kills and
You did exactly what you needed to do. Unfortunately, that's not what I wanted you to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably saw me, Black Rain. I thought very hard about killing you just to secure the bounty, but then I decided against it. I had
Yeah, and
to do like 80% rolls and then go through.
I did see that, and I was like, "Don't do it! You can't do it! Don't ruin my game!" But then I only lasted one more turn, anyways.
Black
then
Rain,
Pink
it
came
looked
through.
like you were kind of thinking through going for that kill and then didn't. Right before you were
which
taken
one?
out. Right before you were
So-
taken out in the third game.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of trying to look for angles, but there was nothing really. There weren't any good rolls, and I would have been doing a lot of slow rolling in order to kill anybody. So I was just kind of hoping for the cards on 4 that it would survive to me, and then as soon as I saw no cards on 4, I knew that even if I did survive one more round, I had no chance at winning.
Gotcha.
So
it was the cards that kind of told you you had no shot there. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be some
Yeah.
low percentage rolls you'd have to do there.
yeah, and I took the bonus and knocked John out of there because I was trying to look like a noob and take the bonus, but really I was trying to set up a kill on Pink maybe.
Okay.
But obviously didn't really work out. And then yeah, like Pearly was saying, I kind of felt like I would have played almost everything exactly the same.
Yeah.
The only thing is the first game when I kind of tried to block off Quarantine from John, and it just wasn't enough there, so I ended up just getting a stack rolled. I think I would have probably, in hindsight, backed that off, and I might have had enough to kill Bradomite with what I had there. I almost tried to go for it anyways, but I just didn't quite have the troops to get it done in the first game.
In the first one in Greece.
Yeah, in Greece.
Yeah. Yeah, and you had that stack, the Bradomite 5 stack there, that kind of kept you from taking that bonus for like 3 turns, right?
Yeah, I
You
don't
kinda
know that I
signaled him.
necessarily would have. Yeah, I wish he would have moved it a little sooner.
Yeah.
I probably could have just hit it, but I didn't want to feed him either because he didn't have a bonus, and so that was a little bit rough. But yeah, I kept having that feeling of I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and I was just kind of just off of being in the right spot to do anything. So I was
Right.
just kind of hanging out.
Tough group, right, guys? It's tough at this point when you're playing against this many
I
good
think
players.
at this point, there's not really going to be any easy groups.
Yeah,
it
I should have switched to Plasma's group.
Yeah. Go play in Plasma's group for sure.
Yeah, come join our group. It's easy.
Yeah. And for the people moving on, it doesn't get easier from here.
Yeah,
good
it's
luck,
gonna get
guys.
tougher. I mean, and it's going to come down to, making the right move, but a little bit it's going to come down to getting cards on 4 at the right time and stuff like that. Just because it's going to be so tightly played, I think, the rest of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of the next few rounds, and starting with this one, are who can adapt to your group the fastest.
Okay. Like the playing
I
style?
don't know.
Yeah, like the playstyle inside of the group itself, not necessarily like who's left, but who am I playing this week?
What would
do I know
you-
of their personalities?
What would you
I mean,
characterize the playing style of this group, Obidos, that we just watched?
I think they were a lot of. Well, there was a little bit of trade, but it was kind of like we're gonna let someone else make the first move, and
Okay.
we're gonna kind of posture
Yeah.
and see when it becomes profitable. Kind of what I would call hurry up and wait.
I think that's a really important point. So in the first couple rounds, there's some value in waiting for those failed bounty kills, and the failed 70 runs. But we saw in this game there was none, right? Everyone that wanted a bounty got the bounty, and everyone that was running the 70 ran the 70. So it may change a little bit of that strategy moving forward because you're not playing with players that are just swinging and hoping it's gonna work out.
Yep. When is it advantageous for me to make my move?
Right.
Well, and I think one thing to keep in mind is it pays to be aggressive in the first game because then it sets you up for being conservative in the next two. Where if I only need a bounty in the next in games 2 and 3 to move on, then I'm in a good position.
Yeah. Hey, Pearly, we have a question from J Knot. He's asking why I think it's after you got your first bounty and then you got your trade, why you didn't kill Pink at that time, Bradamite? Do you recall that scenario?
Yeah, because like I said at the beginning, I had to win, and I didn't have perfect lines, so there was a risk that I just fed the kill and feed my tournament ends at that point.
Gotcha.
So I found it unlikely that I would get eaten at that point. So I took a bit more of a defensive strategy and set up the follow-on kill on my next turn.
Yep, that makes sense. That's what we're basically saying was because you had to win, it wasn't about the bounties. You had to play it a little safer on that move.
Hey, Mitch, before I go, I just want to say I really appreciate the way this is scored. It's really making games go quick. The fact that the first bounty is 5 points really makes you go for it. So I just want to say I think you did a great job with the tournament.
Cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we've played a bunch of games now, and we haven't had a single stalemate or 4-hour game or anything. So everything's been under 90 minutes for 3 straight games. So I think it makes it fun. It does make it challenging, and you got to be ready to go. And it does add some value to getting cards in turn order, which that part isn't the best. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, that's a fault of risk, not a fault of the
just kind of a
tournament.
trade-off. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later.
Cool. Yeah, we'll see you next week, Samboy. Congrats on the win in the group. That is a final for round 2, group 1. Samboy, Bradamite, and King John will all be moving on to the top 24 in the U.S. They'll play in their quarterfinal matches next week for the final 24 in the U.S. In the quarterfinals, we'll go from 24 to 12. So should be fun. We look forward to seeing all 3 of those next week. Congrats to Pearly, Quarantine, and the Black Rain on their tournament runs. Sorry it had to end here tonight, but awesome Risk players, and look forward to seeing them in the future. We've got about 30 minutes before we will start Group 2. I will put the Group 2 matchup up here, and we'll come back on air about 10 minutes before. We'll keep the stream going. You guys feel free to chat with each other. Just be nice to each other. But I'll put Group 2 up here. We've got another star-studded group. Let me put it up here real quick so you guys can see. We do have one swap I think I have to tell you about. Maybe I've done it. Oh, I already did it. Okay, so we've got J-Knot, 88, may have heard of him. Fatality, Victor Slim 3D, Radical 6, Grizzlebrand 985, and AKA Spud Topped. An awesome group of 6 players. There's no easy groups from here on out. So only 3 of these players will make it through the quarterfinals. Should be awesome. We'll be back on air here in about 15 minutes or so, getting ready for that one. We will keep the stream going, but I'll see you guys here in a little bit. As for Group 1, we are done. See you guys in a few.